So, SmartSight scored big in a test scenario on the open range. But retired Captain Larry Lasky isn't sold completely yet. So, he's brought us to San Diego for another test. A nightmare scenario.
We're here for what I think is the most difficult challenge for the SmartSight. It's a close quarters encounter.
Larry wants to see if the SmartSight works in this claustrophobic setting. In tight spaces, even the sharpest shooting soldier will lose his advantage over a less able enemy.
As they enter, the space shrinks dramatically.
The marksmanship is gone at that point, right?
Yes. So this stairwell presents a very hazardous situation.
It's all about who draws first, and that's what worries Captain Lasky.
Flowing through this area, there's a lot of wait a minutes, owies, catchies.
Owies and catchies?
Assault teams spend months perfecting flow, the ability to move quickly and fire quickly, surprising their enemy.
And then you get to this is a choke point.
Yeah.
And Larry is worried that introducing a new technology like the SmartSight will change their tactics and actually slow them down.
So this is the only way out. This would be a very easy place to defend.
And it stinks.
For this test, Larry has placed hostiles in various places, including a guy at the bottom of the stairwell and one in the engine room. The hostiles' job is to make life difficult for a team of operatives who are trying to rescue a hostage who's been hidden behind the engine room.
Matthew, has the SmartSight ever been employed in this kind of a test before?
Not this kind of test, but this is a good test.
And here come the operatives Larry has recruited to do the rescue. In real life, their work is so top secret that I can't tell you anything about them. But believe me, they're the real deal. Matthew has outfitted 2 of the 6 guys with the SmartSight.
We're back at a harm's way. We're going to take a look and see what's happening here on closed circuit camera.
So here they're entering the port side hatch.
And what are they doing? They're sort of covering all of the points. They're making sure that there's no enemies up there, right?
What they seek is 360-degree security.
Gotcha.
He'll be able to move into this space and take down this hostile because he's already seen that he doesn't have a weapon.
Hands up. Move to the center. Turn around. Move forward slowly, on your knees.
Otherwise, Larry, for his own safety and for the safety of the mission, he probably would have had to engage that guy, right?
Right.
What the operator is able to do is he's able to clear that space without sticking his head around the corner.
Boom, 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 and that hostile's down.
Because the bad guy presented himself as a threat, and immediately he was able to take him out without exposing his head.
So the team is fanned out here, right, Larry? And they're each going down a single corridor?
Exactly. They each took a lane.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're positioned in their lanes and they're ready to press forward.
They don't know that there's a bad guy there crouched right out of sight. And that's a confined area, right?
Very confined.
A lot going on, a lot of noise, a lot of clatter.
Somebody's got to move.
And there he
And
goes.
there he goes. He just went down.
Down.
Bad guy down.
One of the things that enabled this was the fact that there's an aiming device in the SmartSight.
He sees that guy pop out and he knows he's right in his sights. There's no guessing
Red
about
dot on the target, pull the trigger.
Boom.
Done deal.
Yeah. Again, employing the SmartSight, peeking around our next corner.
Right, they're clearing the space using the SmartSight before they expose themselves.
What's that worth in the field?
What's the value of life and death?
Right. And here we come across our hostage. So, successful mission thanks to SmartSight.
Nice to see it in action.
Two field tests, 2 triumphs for SmartSight. But the question still remains, in the real world of warfare, is this invention a game changer?
We've seen the SmartSight in action here in an actual scenario. What do you think it's going to mean to these guys? How do you think it's going to change the game?